Hi, Isaac. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm Janessa. I'm a physical and occupational therapy assistant student at McEwen University. Today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going through transfers to help with gaining some independence in the bathroom. So we're going to be working on a transfer from your wheelchair onto the toilet and then back. We're also going to go and we're going to practice putting on pullover shirts to help so you can gain independence in your dressing and undressing as well. Do you have any questions before we begin?
No, I'm good.
Okay, perfect. All right, so before we begin, I'm just going to demonstrate here how to do the transfer, and then I will walk it through with you. So to start, what you're going to do is you're going to adjust your wheelchair at a 45-degree angle to the toilet, and we'll be doing some other wheeling activities in therapy. So if you have a smaller bathroom, that'll be easier for you to get the correct angle. So first, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to shuffle to the edge of your wheelchair. You want to make sure you have your feet under your knees and you're leaning forward. You're going to reach onto the one handle of the toilet and then one handle of the wheelchair. You're going to lean forward so your nose is over your toes. You're going to push up. Holding on to that toilet again, you're going to shuffle, reach across for both of the handles, and then you're going to shuffle back until you feel your shins onto the toilet. You're going to bend at your hips, pushing your butt back towards the toilet, grabbing onto those handles, and slowly lowering on. And then to get off, we do the same thing but backwards. We're going to shuffle forward as much as we can. We're going to make sure we lean forward and have one hand onto the wheelchair and one hand onto the toilet. We're going to lean over our nose, push up, and then make sure we always have a hand on a handle. Reach, shuffle until our legs are touching the back of the wheelchair. Lean back with our hips and sit down again. Do you have any questions before we start it with you?
No.
Okay. All right, so first step we're going to do is we're going to lock our wheelchair. So with your left hand, you can lock either side, and then if you can reach over and lock your right side if your right hand doesn't have quite enough strength in it that day. Perfect. And I'm just going to add this gait belt just for your safety. So while we're practicing, I can get kind of a better hold on you. So I can just have you lean forward for me, please. Lift your arms. Awesome. Okay, so on the way to the toilet, I'm gonna explain the steps, and then on the way back, to make sure you have them, I'm gonna have you explain the steps. So first, what I'm gonna have you do is I'm just gonna have you shuffle to the front of the wheelchair. Perfect, making sure that your feet are at a 90. Great. Next, I'm just gonna move a little bit closer. You're gonna grab one hand onto the handle of the toilet, and then you're going to lean forward and push up off the handle of the wheelchair. Awesome. Okay, we're gonna shuffle with our feet over here, and then holding onto both handles, bending at the hips, lower onto the wheelchair. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to have you repeat the steps back to me as we go through them. So what's the first step?
First, pushing on the handles and getting
Actually, before we do that, what we're going to do is we're just going to shuffle slowly to the front of the toilet. Perfect. Okay, yes. And then the next step?
Lean forward and push up from the armrest.
Awesome.
And then grab the handle of the wheelchair and slowly shuffle back. Grab the other handle until you feel the shin. Back to the wheelchair and then slowly lean downwards.
Great. Okay, so how are you feeling about that transfer?
Good.
Good. I'm going to be giving you a piece of paper that has this instruction step by step with a little picture, so you can hang it on your bathroom, and if you ever feel like you've missed a step or cannot remember what the next thing to do is, you will have that piece of paper to reference. On a scale of 1 to 5, how satisfied did you feel transferring on and off of that toilet?
5. Pretty satisfied.
Pretty satisfied? Good. We'll just do a few tweaks throughout therapy, but you did a really great job for your first time.
Thank you.
Okay, so the next thing we're going to work on is we're going to be working on putting on a pullover sweater or shirt, so one that does not involve buttons. I know you have a little bit of weakness in the right side of your body, so we're going to be working on putting it on with moving our right side as minimally as we can. Okay, so correct. Okay, so it may be hard to reach for clothing or get them. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this long handle to work on reaching for clothing that we may have to lean forward for just so we don't lose our balance. So I'm just going to demonstrate here for you. With your left hand, you're going to grab it and you're going to use your 3 fingers to open and close the latch. So you're going to stay straight up, balanced in your wheelchair. Then you're going to reach for the clothing, grab it, bring it to your lap, and then we're going to work on putting it back. All right? This can be done from if you have something that's a little bit higher, as long as there's nothing that's going to injure your head, or something that's on the ground and you need to pick up. Okay, so I'll get you to try with your left hand, please. Okay. You can move a little bit closer. Awesome, and then I'll get you to try putting it back as well. Perfect. All right, so now you have that figured out, we're gonna go through how to put on a t-shirt. Okay, so with your right hand having minimal use, what we're gonna do is we're going to hold the bottom, we're gonna place it in our left hand, and we're going to scrunch with our left hand all the way up until we find the opening of the shirt, all right? And then with our left hand, we're going to manipulate the shirt, and we're just going to keep our right hand as loose as we can. So we're going to find the armhole of our right hand. We're going to move the right hand onto, with our left hand, we're going to move it onto our right hand. We're going to shuffle. We can adjust a little bit with our right hand if we need to. We're going to shuffle until we have the shirt up onto our shoulder. And then with our left hand, we're going to go in to the other side until it's over like this, and then finally we're going to pull it over our head with our left hand, and you can just adjust with your left side as well, so you can keep that right side as straight and as minimal use as you want. Okay. Good. Okay, and so now that we're going to practice it on you. So with your left hand, I'd like you to grab the right arm sleeve and put it over your right wrist. Perfect. And you're just going to manipulate that shirt up all the way until it reaches your shoulder. Okay? And then now with your left hand, you're going to put it through the left arm hole. Perfect. And then finally, you're just going to grab the back of the neck hole and put it right over your head. Yes, and manipulating it down, leaning forward a little bit, making it look all nice. Perfect. It will be a lot easier to use more oversized pieces of clothing or clothing where it's a little bit more stretched out, so you don't have to work as hard to adjust it onto your body. Okay, and so, awesome. Now, so taking off the shirt, we're going to start by taking our left hand and we're going to grab across onto our right sleeve, and you're going to manipulate it down your right hand until it has completely come off. And then from there, you're going to grab the bottom of the shirt, pull it over your head sideways, and then pull it off. Perfect. Do you have any questions about putting on or removing a t-shirt?
No, it's pretty clear.
Pretty clear?
Yeah.
Okay, and on a scale of 1 to 10, how satisfied would you say you are with how you did today?
Pretty satisfied. 10.
Oh, sorry, on a scale of 1 to 5.
5.
5, perfect. And just for the interest, is there anything specific you'd like to work on in our next therapy session?
Just more of clothing, I would say.
More
like
clothing?
The button-ups and that one.
Oh yes, absolutely. All right, well, that's all we have for today, Isaac. I'd like to thank you for coming in and participating. I'll give you that information sheet on your way out, but besides that, have a great day.
Thank you.